Surprise, motherfucker. What's up? This is your friendly neighborhood Venger Satanis. And this video is just to highlight an awesome blog post by one of my internet friends, Eric Fabiashi. We've never met, but we've been corresponding back and forth since forever. Maybe even back in my Cthulhu cult days, I knew him. But other than that, yeah, the last 10 or 11 years, we've been talking about old school games and, the OSR, different products that I've had. We share a similar sensibility and play style. So, whatever I write up, he's more than willing to try and usually review and let me know what he thinks. More often than not, he's very pleased with the stuff I've come up with, and says so on his blog. But every once in a while, he also tells me where I've gone wrong or where I need improvement, or if I have my head up my ass. The one or two times each decade where I need a mental kick to the head. He provides that, so which is awesome. Just October 9th, so was that 2 days ago? He posted a blog post. I just read it. I've been meaning to read it yesterday, but I didn't have a chance, so just read it, and it was fantastic. And so I'm going to read a little bit of it. It's not too long, so I'm going to read it now. One of the things I truly love, of course, I love it when people praise my work and me and say nice things and give it high review marks or stars or whatever. So obviously I love that. I love hearing, that I did something awesome. It's not just me, I guess. Other people like it too, which is fantastic. But even more than that, I love it when people use my work for their own purposes and they come up with stuff that seems exactly like something I would have come up with myself, but it's different. And in some ways, it's better. I'll read something, I'm jealous that I didn't come up with that idea, or that they're in this one shot or campaign or whatever, and they're using my stuff for exactly what it's for, but they're probably going the extra mile. And I don't know, sometimes people keep up with me, some people run past, they somehow out Venger me, which is gratifying, and I get a big kick out of that. I think it's fantastic, and it makes me happy. Okay, and here's an example of this, so that's why I'm reading this. Here's a look at it's the Swords and Stitchery Old Time Sewing and Tabletop Role-Playing Game blog. Eric doesn't blog much about his sewing machine repair gig or career or whatever he would describe it as. The blog is mostly about tabletop role-playing games, but that's what he does, is he fixes sewing machines. Okay, anyway, Footloose and Fancy Free in the city of Agrabah. It's a session report on their Schultz Fuchsia Malaise game. Okay, so this week's game has been a nasty little romp through the back alleys of the city of Agrabah. We've managed to dodge the cult of Karen, goddess of managers. That's fantastic. Don't ask. Almost got eaten by a series of sentient slimes. Again, don't ask. And got a wizard his enchanted sex toy collection. Really don't ask. I want to ask about all those things because I want to know the backstory, and it sounds awesome. If that was just a blurb for a TV show or like a midnight movie on Skinamax, I'd be like, set the DVR for record, because that's right up my alley. All right, let's continue. Getting into the back end of Chult Fuchsia Malaise has been interesting and messy. All right, scrolling down. Okay. So right now we're heading over to make a back alley deal with a sorcerer of the Order of Baleful Tsetaka. We've dealt with these guys before, and this is for a passcode for a deserted Gamma Turquoise Santa Fe starport at the edge of the city. Things didn't go as planned as we ended up blaster muzzle first with the bodyguards of said wizard who wanted us to pay double. Rather than get into a long protracted blaster fight, we provided a small magic item for the price of the passcode. So yeah, that's another product that I came up with is Gamma Turquoise Santa Fe starports. You can find that on Drive-Thru RPG, and also I believe there might be a print version there, or I believe there's a print version on Amazon also. Anyway, let's continue. Things went from bad to worse as the wizard began to tell us about his dealings with a high-tech facility of Elysium, however you pronounce it, and what their operation was, and how we could make excellent coin working for him after we're done liberating a spacecraft. Of course, this isn't the only job he's got for us, and the blasters did a lot of convincing to work for him. Ashton Garrett is a nasty piece of scum, but he does pay well, and we've no doubt that he will double-cross us the first chance he gets. I'll also put the link in the description below so you can read it for yourself if you don't want to listen to me read it. I'm not the one on the DM's side of the screen, and so I'm playing an alien named Odin, a sort of humanoid spacer scum who's ended up on Chult after a series of misadventures. The pirate scum I've fallen in with has lost their spacecraft in a game of castles. Should have been Quaquar. That went sideways. My blaster, a few credits, and the clothes on my back are all that I own in this twisted world. Our crew woke up in an alien brothel. Awesome. With all the rest of the money gone, and hell of a hangover. We've been cutting deal after deal over the last 72 hours to recoup our cash, and hence some of the risky deals that included running drugs, underground alien mating ritual porn, mini dungeon delving, doing 3 jobs for the Thieves Guild, and now this. This is going to be our second time dealing with the deserted Gamma Turquoise Santa Fe starport and the pieces of crap who run it. Last time, we got a spacecraft after losing 2 of our characters. The problem I've got playing with DM Steve's adventure is that they're high risk or high death. Oh, did I happen to mention the fact that our captain is in debt to the loan sharks from Torth, and the scum-sucking sorcerer we're working with is associated with him, and that's another. That's the third product that he mentions, the revelry in Torth. So yeah, reading something like that makes me just as happy, if not more happy, than reading a positive review of something that I wrote, like one of the Chult books. Speaking of Chult, also put just below the link to his blog post, a link to my blog post where I have prices for all 3 hardcover books of the Chult trilogy. And ordering information. I accept PayPal. They haven't gotten to me yet. Hopefully they won't. And what else? Yeah, if you can't do PayPal, just let me know and we'll work out something else. Anyway, that's it for now. Maybe I'll see some of you guys at GameholeCon because I will be there, not this weekend, but next weekend because it's the weekend after this one. So whenever GameholeCon is, I think it's October 20th it starts, something like that. I will be there as well. So say hey. I'll have some books if you want to buy them from me at the con. And I will be running games. If you want to join one of my games, that would be awesome. Please do. I will definitely be playtesting some of the new Encounter Critical 3 rules. Because it's very much like Crimson Dragon Slayer D20, but with a few, differences and minor twists. So yeah, the games I'll be running, the Chult games at the convention, will probably be a mix of Crimson Dragon Slayer D20, and which is still a free PDF on TriThruRPG, and the Encounter Critical 3 RPG rules, which I'm pretty much done with the first draft. Now I have to just go in and edit and tweak, make improvements where I can, and over the next couple months, if I think of something brilliant, I will of course add it into. I also have to write the introductory adventure, which I already have like a dozen like half-baked ideas in my noggin, and I just gotta sit down and actually type it out. Okay, that's it. Have a good one.